This conference will now be recorded.
Operators concepts complete అయింది కదా.
అయిందన్నా.
Now we'll talk about the control statement. Usual control statements ఏం చేస్తాయి అంటే flow of execution of the program ని చేంజ్ చేస్తాం. We have a standard flow of execution. We have a structure of program, right? So that
మీ
particular-
వాయిస్ వినిపించట్లేదన్నా.
okay. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me or not?
లేదన్నా వినిపించట్లా.
నాకు వినపడుతుంది మరి బానే.
నాకు వినిపించట్లేదేంటి?
వాల్యూమ్ ఏం తగ్గించామేమో ఒకసారి చూడు.
ఇప్పుడు వినిపిస్తుంది అన్న.
ఓకే. ఓకే. So as of now, we have done the operators, functions, and other data types, right? Okay. Now we'll talk about the one more topic, which is very, very important. So if you know these things, we can do a lot of tasks actually in Python programming language. Okay. So which is the control statements in Python. So these particular control statements, it could be there in different other programming languages. Meanwhile, the Python also having the control statements feature. Let's talk about the control statements. Before we understood the control statements, let's just talk about the statement. Okay, statement means, so whatever the instruction, it can be executable in a program or not. So we've seen this particular point, right? An instruction which can be executable in a program. So what is program then? Program also, you already know that the definition of the program is it's a set of instructions to performing the any one of the task, right? Set of instructions can performing the any one of the task, any one specific task. Okay. By the time of doing this particular task by the CPU or by the computer, but how that particular program can execute, so that we can say that it's a flow of execution of the program. Flow of execution of the program. The flow of execution of the program is, which is line by line or statement by statement from top to bottom. Okay, is it clear my point? So if you return the 100 lines, first statement was done, execution is done, then it will be go for the second statement. If the second statement execution also done, then it will be go for the fourth one. So this will be continuously until unless all statements has been executed. Is it clear? Okay. I hope you clear my point. See, now the control statements are comes to the picture. So coming to the control statements means we can change the flow of execution of the program. Okay, we can change the flow of execution of the program, that we are calling it same control statements. It's clear, right? So in case of Python programming language, we have the three type of control statements are there. The first one is the conditional statements. Second one is looping statements. And third one is control keywords. Okay. So let's talk about the conditional statements. When I'm talking about conditional statements, so we have some statements. The statements execution is depending on the condition. Okay, so whatever the statements which execution is depending on the condition, then that we are calling it same conditional statements. So for the conditional statements in Python, there are four conditional statements are there. How many? Four. What are those? The first one is the simple if. Second one is the if and else. Third one is the elif ladder. And fourth one is the nested if. Okay. So totally we have the four type of condition statements we have it. So let's talk about one by one. Simple if. Simple if in the sense we might have one particular task. We might have one specific task actually. So this particular task execution was depending on the condition. Depending on the condition. So if and only if the condition is true, then the task can be executed. Otherwise, it won't be execute that particular task actually. Okay. So this kind of operations we can implement it with a small syntax, and we are going to be using the if keyword. So this particular here, if is the keyword. Here if is the keyword. So this is the keyword will be checking the condition. Checking the condition. Okay. So here we have a task actually. The task was depending on the condition, but who is going to be checking the condition? So we have the if we have a keyword, and if we have a keyword, okay, we have a keyword, this particular if keyword which is used to checking the condition. And the meanwhile the task we should define the task we define the inside of the block, inside of the if block. So blocks are created. In case of Python programming language, blocks can be created, block name. Okay, we have to mention the block name, and or else block, it's just a block. Okay, and colon symbol is mandatory. And if you want to write the block of statements as a group, that all statement it has to maintain the same space. So we have to write this particular format. We can write the blocks actually. Okay. So if you want to be write the statements out of the block, that means you're coming back to the out of the block, then we should write the statements exactly below the, okay, this is out of the block statements. It's clear, right? So this is the way in case of Python programming language we can create the blocks. Okay, so here I want to be write the if block. So here we have a condition. Here we have a condition. I'm writing the simply blocks syntax, guys. Here I'm writing the simple if block syntax. So we have to maintain this particular syntax whenever you want to use the simple if. if is the keyword, and if followed by the condition. Okay, and here we should write the colon, and whatever the task we want to be write, and whatever the task which is depending on the condition, that particular task we should write exactly inside of the block. Okay, if we want to be out of that particular block, we just remove that spaces and we can write the statements exactly below the if block. Okay, this is the out of the block actually. So this is the syntax, this is the simple syntax of this is simple syntax of if, simple if. Can you note this particular syntax? For understanding of this one, if you do a small program, then we can easily understand. Note this particular simple syntax.
Yeah, it's done.
Okay. So let's write a small program. Let's write a small program. Write a program to understand the simple if. Okay. So if is followed by the condition, right? Default I mentioned is the condition is true. Let me consider here. Okay. We write some statements inside of the block. This is a block statements. So I'm just writing a small program. It's not even program, it's a small syntax wise only. This is also a little bit of syntax, like it's also like that. It's also like a syntax. Okay. I am I'm running inside of the I'm running the task here. Okay. So you want to write some statements out of the so after a block, after a block. See, we can try to observe my point actually. So I am written the two statements. One is the one print, second line of the print statement is before a block. Okay, sixth one is after a block, but in between these two we have some statements 4 and 5. These two print statements are depending on this condition, if condition. If default if condition is here, it's a true, so that's the reason these are the four statements that was executed without any issue. Okay, but intentionally what I want to do it now, I can write the false. If I write the condition is a false, then what happens? Only before and after print statements was executed, and so whatever we have statements inside of the if, those are not executed. I hope you understood
Mhm.
what is the
Mhm.
importance of the condition, right? Here the total statements execution, this block of statements execution is simply depending on this condition only. So
Mhm.
the implementation of the condition is your choice. Okay, based upon the
Mhm.
client requirement or based upon the task requirement. Okay, we should go for implementing the task. The task, it can be changed for every time. Okay, so Krishna Chaitanya, the class is around, it's on 8 o'clock, right? 8 p.m. of CST, sorry, IST. This is the class before your batch. Krishna, can you hear me? Krishna, this is the class, is not you. Your class will start the next 40 minutes. Okay. Can you note these two programs?
Mhm. అన్న ఇది ఇప్పుడు ఇఫ్ ట్రూ ఇఫ్ ఫాల్స్ అది ఏదో ఏం కండిషన్ ఏం లేనట్టు కదన్న మరి అది ఇఫ్ అసలు ట్రూ ఎందుకు అయింది
మనం ఇచ్చాం కాబట్టి ట్రూ అయింది.
జస్ట్ మనం సింపుల్ గా ట్రూ అని రాసాం కాబట్టి ట్రూ అయింది అంతే కదా కండిషన్ ఏం లేకుండా అంతే
అవును,
ట్రూ
మనం
అయితే ప్రింట్ అవుతుంది ఫాల్స్ అయితే ప్రింట్ అవ్వదు అంతే సింపుల్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్
ఎగ్జిక్యూట్
అంతేనా
అవ్వదు, ప్రింట్ అని కాదు, ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవ్వదు.
ఎగ్జిక్యూటివ్ సారీ
అయిపోయాక చెప్పండి.
అయిందన్న.
అన్న ఇప్పుడు మామూలుగా ఇందాక చెప్పినట్టుగా ట్రూ ఫాల్స్ రెండిట్లకి తేడా, ట్రూ అంటేనేమో ఆ కండిషన్ కన్సిడర్ చేసి ఆ దాన్ని డిస్ప్లే చేసిద్ది,
ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అయ్యి
లేదు ఫాల్స్ అంటే
అట్లా
గనక
కాదమ్మా.
జస్ట్ వదిలేసిద్ది, అంతే
ఎక్స్క్యూట్
కదా.
చేయదు.
ట్రూకి ఫాల్స్ డిఫరెన్స్ ఏంటంటే, ట్రూకి ఫాల్స్ కి డిఫరెన్స్ ఏంటంటే, సంథింగ్ ఇప్పుడు నేను ఏదన్నా ఇస్తాను అంటే దాన్ని నెగిటివ్ పాజిటివ్ అంటాం కదా, అట్లా. సో ఫాల్స్ ఇస్ నథింగ్ బట్ ఇట్స్ నెగిటివ్. ఓకే, సో యూఆర్
ఓకే
అపోజింగ్ సంథింగ్. ట్రూ అంటే యూఆర్ యాక్సెప్టింగ్ సంథింగ్. ఓకేనా?
ఓకే
సో ఇక్కడ నేను ఇక కండిషన్ ఏమి ఇంప్లిమెంటేషన్ చేయలే, జస్ట్ ఫర్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్. ఎందుకంటే ఈవెన్ ఇఫ్ యూ గివెన్ ఎ కండిషన్, అల్టిమేట్ గా ఫైనల్ రిజల్ట్ ఏమొచ్చింది అంటే ట్రూనో ఫాల్సో వచ్చింది. అర్థమైందా? అంటే ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇక్కడ నేను ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ వస్తాను. రైట్ ఏ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ప్రింట్ 18 ప్రింట్ hello when given number is more than 20. అంటే ఇప్పుడు మోర్ దాన్ 20 అని నీకు ఎలా తెలుస్తుంది? కండిషన్ సాటిస్ఫై అవుతేనే కదా. కండిషన్ సాటిస్ఫై అయితే ట్రూ రిటర్న్ చేసింది అనమాట. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఐ హ్యావ్ ఎ నెంబర్, ద నెంబర్ ఈస్, యూ కెన్ టేక్ ద నెంబర్ ఫ్రమ్ ద యూజర్. ఓకే, సో దిస్ నెంబర్ I can check whether it is more than 20 or not. I can check whether it is the more than 80 or not. సో హియర్ కండిషన్ ఏంటి? మోర్ దాన్ 20 కదా, n గ్రేటర్ దాన్ 20. సో ఎప్పుడైతే నేను ఈ కండిషన్ ఇచ్చానో, ఈ కండిషన్ ఒకవేళ సాటిస్ఫై అయితే ఏం రిటర్న్ వస్తుంది? ట్రూనే కదా వచ్చేది. అందుకని ఇక్కడ జస్ట్ ఫర్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్ పర్పస్ గా నేను ట్రూ రాశాను అనమాట. బట్ యాక్చువల్ గా ట్రూ ఫాల్స్ ఉండవు, సారీ పెట్టరు డైరెక్ట్ గా. సో బేస్డ్ అపాన్ ద క్లయింట్ రిక్వైర్మెంట్ ఆర్ బిజినెస్ రిక్వైర్మెంట్, టాస్క్ రిక్వైర్మెంట్ బేస్ చేసుకొని ఈ కండిషన్ అనేది మనం ఇంప్లిమెంటేషన్ చేయాల్సి ఉంటుంది అనమాట. ఓకే, సో ఇక్కడ నా కండిషన్ ఏంటిది? నెంబర్ అనేది 20 కన్నా ఎక్కువ ఉండాలి. అందుకని నేను n వాజ్ మోర్ దాన్ ది 20. ఇఫ్ దిస్ కండిషన్ ఈ సాటిస్ఫైడ్, నేనేం చేయాలి? హలో ప్రింట్ చేయాలి. ఓకే, సో ఇక్కడ నేను ఎంటర్ చేస్తున్నాను. ఇప్పుడు n వాల్యూ వచ్చేసి 45. 45 అనేది మోర్ దాన్ 20 కదా, అందుకని నాకు హలో ప్రింట్ అయింది. సేమ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ లో నేను ఇఫ్ నెంబర్ ని నేను 20 ఇవ్వట్లా, లెస్ దాన్ 20 ఇస్తున్నాను. ఓకే, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ 18 ఇచ్చాను. 18 అనేది 20 కన్నా తక్కువ కదా, అందుకని ఈ కండిషన్ అనేది ఫెయిల్ అయింది. ఈ కండిషన్ ఫెయిల్ అయితే ఏదైనా ఉండని, ఇట్ డజంట్ మ్యాటర్ వాట్ స్టేట్మెంట్స్ వీ హ్యావ్ ఇన్ ఇన్సైడ్ ఆఫ్ ది ఇఫ్, అన్ని స్టేట్మెంట్స్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవ్వవు ఈ బ్లాక్ లో ఉన్నాయి అన్ని. ఓకే
ఓకే
ఓకే, సో నోట్ దిస్ స్మాల్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. Once it is done, please let me know.
Yeah, it's done.
Okay. One more program, we'll write it. Write a program. Find the area of a square when side is divisible with 5. How can you know that whether it is divisible? When a number which is division with some other number, if the remainder is 0, then which means it's a divisible. Yes or no? So here side you have to be considered from the user, or we have to take it from the user. So if you enter the side of the square, okay, if you enter the side of square, so this particular side, when we are division with 5, the remainder which is equal to 0, then it is divisible. If it is divisible, I have to find the side of area of the square. So what is the formula for the area for the square? It says side square, right? Side into side, it's the area of the area of the square. So you can print the area. Okay, you can print the area inside of that particular block as well. Okay, so you can print the area. Yes. See, if I enter the 30, 30 is divisible or divisible with 5, right? So that you are finding the area. For example, if you enter the 29, 29 is not divisible with 5. So that's the reason we are unable to finding the area. Note this example.
Yeah, it's done.
Wait for 1 minute. Okay, so we seen that a small program in previously while I'm discussing about built-in functions, right? The structure of Python program, I think I explained. See, even you can see this particular if block. Even this is also its example of simple if only. Okay, this is the condition which is always true. Yes or no? So if and only if this condition is true, so that whatever the statements we are writing inside of this particular block, which is executing. Otherwise, it won't be executed actually. Okay. In case of Python, we don't have any kind of main function or main block, so that intentionally we are creating this particular block with the help of the if. Clear? Is this
Yeah.
my point is clear or not?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now, so if this particular condition, it's all about your point actually. Write a program. Write a program. Find the area of a triangle. Area of the triangle when all sides are equal. So can you do this particular program? You have to find the area of the triangle if and only if all sides are equal. Otherwise, don't do that. So do this particular program. I'm just giving you a 5 minutes of time. Don't use Google. Just try your own way. And you can check the area of the triangle formula now Google if you don't know. Okay. If you're not aware of the area of the triangle formula, then we can Google it. But don't copy, don't get the exactly the code from the Google. Okay. Hello.
Hello, Anna. Yeah, we are doing this formula
I
is
will.
root.
So we should take the three inputs: side one,
Mm-hmm.
side two, side three. Right? Side one of triangle. Triangle means it is having the three sides.
Mm-hmm.
Side one, side two, side three. Okay. So here we have a side 2, here we have a side 3. So after you find out the side, okay, then we have to check the whether the sides are equal or not. So first I can check with the side 1 which is equal to side 2 or not. If this particular condition is true, then I can check any one of the side of side 1 and side 2. I can check with side 3. If these two conditions are true, then all sides are equal. Because of I'm using the and keyword, if and only if the first condition is true, then only it will be go for this particular condition. Okay, so I'm writing the two conditions. These two conditions I'm separating with and keyword. So if the first condition is true, then only it will be go for second condition. Here this condition is true. If even this condition is also true, if both conditions are true, then this entire condition, the total condition has returns the true. Otherwise, it can be returns the false. If it is returns the true, I can find the semi-perimeter. Semi-perimeter because of the area of the triangle, which is depending on the semi-perimeter only. So that side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3 by 2, this is my semi-perimeter. After that one, area formula is it's a square root of square root we can write it's a square of 0.5. It's a power of 0.5. That's a square root, right? So S into semi-perimeter minus side 1 into semi-perimeter minus side 2 into semi-perimeter minus side 3. Okay, then after we can find the area, then we can just print the area. Okay, so here if the triangle is all sides are same, then we are finding the area. Unfortunately, one side I mentioned as different value. Okay, you're not finding the area. I hope you find the logic, right? I hope you got the logic of this particular program.
Yeah.
Can you do this particular program? Hello. Okay. Okay, Mani and Sai will catch up tomorrow for continuation of the conditional statements only. We have 3 more conditional statements. After that one, we have while loop and for loop. So these control statements are very tough, and it was very easy as well. If you know the subject, then you can easily do it any program. If you don't know the concept, even the logic is very small, so we can't figure out actually. Okay. I can tell you once the control statement is done, then how we can improve your coding skills. I can tell you. Okay. So we need to wait for some more days to understand this entire control statements. Yeah. Bye. Upload this particular file into Canvas. See you, Mani, Sai. Any questions?
No.
If you have any question, please let me know. I will try to answer it.
Yeah.
అర్థం కావట్లేదా ఇది